Today in our 2007 Kia Sportage, we're going to take a look at and also show you how to install the Curt T-connector vehicle wiring harness with the 4-pole flat trailer connector. Part number is C55529. Now this is what our wiring kit's going to look like when we pull it out of our package. Of course, here's our 4-pole flat trailer connector. This is going to give us right turn, left turn, running lights, and ground to our trailer or cargo carrier, whatever we plan on plugging into. To do that, it's going to actually take the signal from the factory connector located at the rear passenger side of the vehicle, sends those signals into the converter box, where it's then going to convert those over to a usable signal for the trailer. The great news is this has a standalone power wire that's going to allow the box not to overload the system or overdraw on the lighting system. It's standalone power. We've also got a ground that has a ring terminal on it already. We'll use our self-tapping screw to secure that, so we'll have a nice ground connection. Got some double-sided foam tape, a dust cap for the plug, and then some zip ties to help us out. Now I usually use a few more zip ties than what come with it, and usually a couple longer ones, so you might want to keep that in mind. Now the box itself is going to send out 3 amps worth of power for our turn and for our brake signals. The running lights, those are powered off of a 5 amp signal, so that should give us plenty of power for our trailer or cargo carrier, whatever we need to get lit up. Now to determine that you have the tow package, we want to come right underneath the passenger rear corner, and we should see a plug that comes down. It's taped to another plug that runs back here. There's going to be a little push button on it right there. We'll push that in and try to separate. Now, this car is completely sprayed with undercoating, so this might be a little bit of a challenge to get that separated, but that's what we're looking to do. Once we pull that off, we should be able to look at the cap, and it'll match what our T-connector wiring looks like. Now we're going to use a little bit of our Lube-O-Matic dielectric grease, and that's going to go right in the plug there. That just helps to keep out any dirt or any moisture that can prevent corrosion. Slid in. Now you want to be sure once you've got that slid in that you can't pull it back out. We'll just use our self-tapping screw and go right into the frame there for our ground. That'll give us a great location. I'm use a 1/4-inch bit driver and start my hole. Put that ring terminal on and then secure it down. Now we'll want that to be tight enough so we can't wiggle it if we try to. Now what I like to do is stretch out my 4-pole here. Bring it over where we're going to be using it, which is of course going to be around our hitch. And that's going to give us a good idea of where we need to mount these things up, and how much slack we've got, and that kind of deal. And then we'll zip tie it off over here, and that should keep it tight enough so we don't have to worry about it coming down and making contact with our exhaust. Now to secure it around the hitch, you'll need a little bit longer zip tie. That should be plenty of 4-pole wire to make a connection. So we're going to tidy up the rest of this just by tucking it on the top side of the hitch and zip tying it in place. As I zip tie that in place, we're also going to zip tie that converter box up, and should be in good shape. Now with our wiring, I'm just going to pull that around and use my dust cover. Just around there like that. And just bring that cover around the safety chain connection point and plug our wiring into it, and that'll keep it secured, keep it protected from the elements. Now to do our test, we're just going to use part number I26, just a simple 4-pole tester. I'm going to plug that in. There, we got our running lights, left blinker, right blinker, and our brakes. Now with everything working properly, that completes our installation of the Curt T-connector vehicle wiring harness with 4-pole flat trailer connector. Part number C55529 on our 2007 Kia Sportage. Click the link below to shop, learn more, or visit us at etrailer.com.